Hello my dear viewers and welcome to another short earthquake update. This time we are looking at several earthquakes starting in Germany, where two very different events have recently been recorded. The first one happened near Lake Constance in southern Germany, early Monday morning, August 24 at approximately 4:58 a.m. local time. An earthquake with a magnitude of just 0.7 was recorded between the towns of Radolfzell and Singen in Baden-Württemberg. The earthquake was very weak. It occurred at a depth of approximately 17 kilometers and it was not expected to be felt by people. In fact, earthquakes below magnitude 2 are generally detected only by scientific instruments. So this was not a dangerous event, but there is something interesting about the location. The earthquake occurred in the Hegau region close to Lake Constance. And the Hegau is not just an ordinary landscape. This area contains the remains of an ancient volcanic field. You can see a series of distinctive volcanic mountains around Singen and Hegau. One of the most famous is the Hohenwil, which today is topped by the ruins of medieval fortress. Other former volcanic peaks include the Hohenkrähen, Hohenstoffeln, Magdeburg and several others. These mountains are the eroded remains of volcanoes that were active millions of years ago. The volcanic activity in the Hegau began roughly 15 million years ago, and the youngest volcanic activity in the region ended around 6 million years ago. So these are not active volcanoes today. There is currently no indication that one of these volcanoes is preparing to erupt, but it is fascinating to remember that when you are standing near Lake Constance, you are standing in a landscape that was once volcanically active. And this raises an interesting question. Could one of these volcanoes ever erupt again? In theory, geology rarely allows us to say that something is absolutely impossible forever. But there is currently no evidence of renewed volcanic activity in the Hegau, and the volcanic field is regarded as extinct. The tiny earthquake near Lake Constance, therefore, should not be interpreted as a sign that the Hegau volcanoes are waking up. It is simply a small earthquake in a region that has complex geological history. Now let's move a little farther east to another interesting earthquake area in southern Germany at the Hochstaufen mountain near Bad Reichenhall in Bavaria. Another earthquake was recorded Sunday evening. This one had a magnitude of 1.7 and occurred at a depth of approximately 4 kilometers. Although the earthquake was still very small, some people in the area reported feeling it. Some described a short jolt and a loud rumbling sound. And the Hochstaufen was a rather unusual relationship with earthquakes. Several small earthquakes have been recorded there in recent days. Scientists have observed that these events can occur after periods of heavy rainfall or during snow melt. The explanation is that water can penetrate deep into cracks in the mountain. Several kilometers below the surface, this water can change the pressure inside existing fractures in the rock. That can help release stresses that are already present in the Earth's crust. The result can be a series of small earthquakes. So in this case, something as ordinary as heavy rain can potentially play a role in triggering small seismic events. Now let's move outside Europe. Costa Rica was also shaken by a stronger earthquake early Monday morning. At approximately 1:37 a.m. local time, a magnitude 5.4 earthquake struck north of the capital San Jose near the area of Vázquez de Coronado. The earthquake was very shallow at a depth of roughly 7 kilometers. That is important because shallow earthquakes can produce much stronger shaking at the surface than deeper earthquakes of the same magnitude. A second earthquake followed only a few minutes later with a magnitude around 4.8 according to local seismic network. The shaking was felt across large parts of Costa Rica's Central Valley, and many people were awakened during the night. There were reports of minor damage. A wall of a residential building was damaged, a utility pole fell, and a rock and debris falls were reported along Route 32 near Braulio Carrillo National Park. The important road connecting San Jose with Costa Rica's Caribbean coast was temporarily affected by these rockfalls. At the time of the latest reports, there were no confirmed deaths or serious injuries. Costa Rica is of course a highly seismic country. The country lies in a tectonically active region where the Cocos Plate is being pushed beneath the Caribbean Plate. This same tectonic environment is also connected to Costa Rica's volcanic activity. And after the magnitude 5.4 earthquake, numerous smaller aftershocks were recorded. So today's earthquake picture gives us three very different examples. A tiny earthquake beneath the Lake Constance region in Germany, a small but noticeable earthquake sequence around the Hochstauf in Bavaria, where rainfall and groundwater may play a role, and a significantly stronger shallow earthquake in Costa Rica that was felt across a densely populated region near San Jose. That was the earthquake update for today. Bushcraft Bear, signing out.